crap on Steam. It's insane. Every once in a while we might get a second to look around. I feel like we're missing a lot of scenery. I swear there's a castle just over this hill. Ah, I can't look. See? I'll crash. It doesn't take that long to get used to drive on the opposite side of the road. But sometimes, you know, you forget. I've been driving for a lot of years here in the US, and so it would just stick in my mind. Yeah, I did it. I rented a car when I lived in Australia a long time ago. And I rented a car there. And this was up in Darwin, Australia, far in the north. Because I wanted to go to an actual crocodile farm. Or is it an alligator farm? Probably alligator. I can never remember the difference between a crocodile and an alligator. It's not the difference is like in the snout. One of them has a long, skinny snout, and the other one has, like, kind of a stubby sort of nose. And I'm thinking, obviously, of just, you know, the regular old, well, Yeah, crocodile, I guess it'd be. Alligator must be the one with the long, skinny mouth. But there's a farm there. And, they raise, crocodiles. For all kinds of things. No kidding, meat and, you know, their leather. And, sorry for clearing my throat all the time. It's kind of dry. And, so I wanted to drive there. So I rented a car, and it was a surprisingly easy thing to do, to rent a car. I thought there'd be all sorts of hoops that I'd have to jump through. Come on, go ahead, get out of the way, get out, this is my road. I'm king of the road. And these people are on my road. So I got the car and almost immediately crashed it. The first time in a roundabout, and my brain just kept telling me to switch to the right-hand lane. But after a few near deaths, I made it and got to the crocodile farm. It was really amazing. Part of it was kind of touristy. They let people go to the farm and you know, look around so they could see wow, that's neat. They could see all the crocodiles, and they had all these different fenced off areas with these massive, huge, giant monsters in them. They're big. And they'd go in with chickens, dead chickens, and thump them on the ground. And I guess the crocodiles can feel that vibration in the ground, so they all come running because they know it's meal time. Then they throw the chickens at them, and they eat them fast, very fast, almost swallow them whole, but they crunch them up a bit. It's really quite a gruesome sight. And they had one in particular. They had this one crocodile in particular, and it was 100 and something years old, and it was so huge. I can't tell you how huge this thing was. It was as big as this bridge we're driving across. Speaking of which, look at that over there. Whoa. Oh, no, don't. Okay. Can you see it? Very iconic bridge. Could only look at it for a second there. Maybe I can kind of switch views here and see it better. See it? Pretty amazing, huh? Oh, here we go. Alright, gotta pay attention now. One of the people who one of the employees, obviously, of this farm got in the pen with this giant thing, and it terrified me. He was feeding it some chickens, and the thing started chasing after the guy. And they can get really fast, these things, if they want to. And the guy had to run around a tree, and I guess crocodiles kind of don't know what to do when people start running around trees. They're not sure which way to go and all that. They're not necessarily the brightest creatures, but at least not that I know of. All they do is just kind of crawl around and eat. That's it. And make other little crocodiles. And yeah, it was pretty exciting, but I got to looking around on the farm, walking around everywhere, and I was all alone. There wasn't anybody else around. It was great. And I got to this one area, and it was kind of swampy, and I noticed that floating in a pond, I noticed that there was a nice big crocodile. And it was it saw me. I know it did, because it was only, a few yards away. I was behind a chain link fence, of course. But it was floating in the water, like they do. And you know that when they're floating like that, what they're doing is they're just going, I'm just a log, a floating bit of dead wood, pay no attention to me. And so it probably thought that I wasn't paying any attention to it, that, that its little ploy was working. Master of disguise. But I noticed that it was getting closer and closer and closer to the bank that I was standing on. And sure enough, this thing launched out of the water, just right out of the water, and ran up the bank and snapped its jaws on the fence, separating me from ultimate gruesome death. Sorry if my talking is a bit broken here and there. I'm doing two things at once, obviously. But it was really weird, because this thing wanted through the fence really badly to get at me. So badly, in fact, and this is true. It might be a little gruesome, so if you want to cover your ears, you can. But, or, mute the video. It's probably be easier. And, it started biting down on the chain link fence, and it was very powerful. In fact, it was so powerful that it started bending the chain link fence. Okay, looks like we're going around the roundabout, and then, okay, over there. The chain link fence was actually bending under the pressure of its jaws. Whoa, hey, buddy, watch out, man. Giant truck driving here. And the chain link fence started to cut into its gums. So its gums started to bleed, and they were just dripping with blood. And it was pulling back on the fence furiously. And I thought sure that fence was going to go. I mean, it was that. I mean, I was ready to bolt, run around, find a tree and start running around it. And I think this is us right here. Yep, it sure is. And it pulled back on the fence, and the fence snapped out of its jaws. And since the chain link fence was covered in its blood, when the chain link fence snapped out of its teeth, it sprayed me. The chain link fence went snapping back, and all the blood flew off of the fence. Oh, always drive in the opposite direction when you're backing up with these trucks. So I was covered in crocodile blood. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so we steer in the opposite direction. Which way? I think that's this way? Nope. Doggone, I really suck at this. Okay, here we go. Holy crap! It's a lot tougher than it looks, I swear to you. Oh, come on. Come on, truck, you're embarrassing me. You're sitting inside of the office laughing. We're almost there. Okay. So then we want to turn the wheel. Oh, wait, this way. Okay. No! Okay, here we go. Yep. Good. A little bit more. Most perfect park job ever. That is it. Yes! Anyway, the moral of that story that I was telling, well, I don't know what the moral was, but I actually got locked inside of the crocodile farm. The place shut down without me knowing about it. It's true. Let's do long distance. These are basically, skills that we can have, and I'm going to do long distance. I don't know